Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Neca Back to the Future 2 Ultimate Doc Brown. This is Doc Brown as he appeared in his 2015 outfit. He's got the sort of plastic yellow jacket on. Really excited for this one. And the packaging looks great. This is a replica of the newspaper from the film. So let's check out the packaging here. As you can see, starts off with USA Today, youth jailed, Martin McFly Jr. arrested for theft, Newsline, Slamble payoffs begin, 3 injured when mom, cholesterol may be cure for cancer. Pretty cool and clever packaging. One side here, Back to the Future 2, Ultimate Doc Brown. Other side, exact same thing. At the bottom, there's a bunch of credits, and there is a barcode in case that helps anybody. And at the back side, here he is. You can see him with his sunglasses on, sunglasses off, opening his case full of money. And then there's a bunch of other Back to the Future figures you should check out. And a first look at our boy Griff here. Of course, this is one of Neca's ultimate packaging. You can open the front, here the Velcro. On one side, here's the figure post up. And then here is the figure. 3 different heads, 2 extra hands, totally 4 hands. Looks like some kind of tape. And then the case full of money. So no further ado, let's get this guy open. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. He does it with 2 alternate hands, totally 4 interchangeable hands. A total of 3 heads. He's got a newspaper. He's got his briefcase full of emergency cash from different time periods. And then he has his futuristic camera. But before we take a look at the accessories, let's take a look at the actual figure. So here's 2015 version of Doc Brown. One of his heads has those silver shades. Looks pretty good. He's got that kind of concerned expression there. You can see his mouth is partially open. The hair looks great. Must say the head sculpts are fantastic on Doc. Going further down, he's got this yellow sort of trench coat, raincoat hybrid thing. Very nicely done, looks good. Got the wristwatch on both hands. He's got this red shirt underneath. Looks like it has some sort of Asian lettering on it. That plastic clear tie, very cool. Khaki pants, got the crisscross stuff going all around it. Looks like some kind of leggings or something underneath. He's got his shoes. They are full of technology. Looks just crazy. Even has an antenna on the back. Must say on the other side, either it didn't come with one or it broke off during the unboxing. And that's probably more likely. Unfortunately, the room I opened him as carpet. I looked and probably will never find that thing. If I do find it, I could reattach it no problem, because this one simply looks to be glued on here. Just a little disappointing. Doesn't ruin the figure, but a mild annoyance. Overall, this guy looks great. And then, here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Even his wrist watches come off. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with his hands and watches. So he has these 2 wrist watches. They are removable. In both the first and second film at least, he wore a watch on both arms. One's silver, one is black. Here's Doc without the watches on. Then, with the watches attached. Now let's look at his hands. He has 2 pair. One is outstretched and kind of relaxed, and the other one has a very small grip, presumably for his accessories. Here's Doc with his first pair of hands. These are sort of relaxed, normal hands at his sides. Then, with his second pair of hands, these are the small grip. Now let's look at his heads. He has 3 of them. The first one and second one seem to have the same mouth expression. Looks a little concerned. The first one has the silver shades. The second one has that look, and I can see him saying, "Great Scots!" And the third one has a smile, and I must say, it looks rather creepy. Here's Doc with his first head. This one has the silver shades on. Then, with his second head, he has a very concerned expression on his face. The likeness for Christopher Lloyd is really good, if you ask me. And here's his third head. This has that sort of grin on his face. He looks happy, like he just figured something out, but also looks kind of creepy at the same time. Here's his camera. This is a futuristic type of video camera. Here's the outside, And then here would be the inside that Doc would be looking at. Here's Doc sneaking around the corner, taking some photos or videos of the young Martin McFly. Here's his newspaper. This is what the front of the packaging was based off of. It's made of actual paper, pretty thin, pretty flimsy, but it has a lot of detail in it. You can make out most of the articles. Here's Doc holding the newspaper. It fits great in his small, gripping hands. And of course, as he's reading the news, he's got a very concerned expression on his face. And his final accessory, and this is definitely his coolest accessory, is a briefcase full of emergency cash. It has emergency cash written on the front as well as the back. It's a silver briefcase and it is hinged. It can open up, exposing a bunch of different currency from different time periods. The Doc is prepared no matter where he's going to go. Very, very cool accessory. A lot of detail. Neca did a great job with this thing. Here's Doc Brown walking down the street holding the briefcase. Here's the Doc with his briefcase laid out, selecting his currency. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top, he's sitting at about 7.25 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 18.5 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, of course, it can rotate from side to side. Can look up and down about that far. Can tilt his head from one side to the other, giving him a good amount of personality. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes out about 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. No bicep cut, but does have rotation in the elbow. Single jointed elbow, goes in more than 90 degrees, pretty nice job, and it has rotation. His wrist here can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. Inside here, seems like his torso is one solid piece, but he's got a good ball joint in his waist here. Can rotate around, go forward and back. Pretty much gets you everything you need. His legs, ball joints, go about this far. They can rotate against the ball. Then go forward, about that much. Back, not too much. Single jointed knee, goes back about that far, and it has rotation as well. And then his ankle here, you can go up and down, be careful how far back you go. Could break that antenna off. Then it can tilt and rock as well. Now let's check them out next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other NECA Back to the Future figures. Here's the 1955 Doc next to the 2015 Doc. They still haven't given us a 1985 Doc. I can see them giving us a bunch more versions though. We get another 55 version, we get a radiation suit version from 85, we get a regular version from 85, and we can get a Western version. And there's still more they could do on top of that. Here's both Marty, or Martin depending how you look at it, and Doc from 2015. Here's the entire NECA Back to the Future collection so far. We know Griff is next. I put these guys out by release order. And here they are separated by time period. First, we've got Doc and Biff from 1955, 3 different Martys from 1985, and then Doc and Marty from 2015. Looking forward to sticking Griff in the 2015 pile, and honestly, we haven't seen any other reveals yet. Now let's check him out next to some action figures from different various companies to see how he fits in both scale and style wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since this guy's a NECA figure, they're pretty much the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect and work my way smaller. Here he is with some of his NECA brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from NECA toys, all 7-inch scale. And here he is next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. Then next to some McFarlane toys. And here's Doc next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Then next to some Mattel wrestling figures. And here he is next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Then next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And now next to some Mafex figures. Then with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And finally, here he is next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this is a very cool figure. Great representation of the future version of Doc Brown. This guy's sculpt and paint job are excellent. I didn't really see any flaws. It does bother me that its antenna broke off. Hopefully I'll find that, but if not, it is not a very big deal. The accessories are just fantastic. I love that briefcase, the newspaper, the camera. It is all good. His articulation is pretty good. Single jointed elbows, but they went further than I expect. Single jointed knees, but I don't need this guy to be super articulated. Overall, if I had to rate this guy, I'd give him an 8.5 out of 10. Very solid release, good figure, good representation of Doc. Home run from Neca. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.